Gives us one more example of boldness, I think, in this text that's really helpful for us. And it's maybe the example that we can relate to best. At least I know I can relate to best. And that is David's boldness in his prayer life. David's boldness in his prayer life. Listen to these words from this psalm. Hear, O Lord, when I cry aloud, be gracious to me and answer me. You have said, seek my face. My heart says to you, your face, Lord, do I seek. Hide not your face from me. Turn not your servant away in anger. O you who have been my help, cast me not off. Forsake me not, O God of my salvation. You want to talk about a bold prayer. David is literally confronting God. He's calling God out on the promises that he has made. And he's basically saying to God, you need to keep those promises to me. David is bold in his prayer life. He knows what he needs from God, and he knows that God is the only one who can deliver it to him. And so he asks him straight out for what he needs. He's bold in his prayer life. And I think boldness in our prayer life is not just being bold about what we ask for. It's being bold in the consistency and the persistency with which we ask it. But I don't know about you, I got to be honest, when it comes to boldness in prayer life, I can be lousy. Just lousy. I tend to be more on the meek side. Hey God, if it's not too much of a bother, there's this thing I'd like to ask you. And I know it's not about what I want, and I know it's about your will, but if possible, if you could do this, does God really want us to pray like that? Does he want us to pray hedging our bets? Does he want us to pray even thinking already before we start that God may not answer the prayer in the way that we want him to? I don't think so. He wants us to be bold. He wants us to ask him straight out for what we need. He wants us to remind him of the promises that he has made to us, that he might continue to fulfill those promises. A bold faith has a bold prayer life. Because a bold faith recognizes just how much we need from God and just how much we are dependent on God. We have to be bold. There is no other choice for us. We're beggars. Beggars got to be bold. Beggars have to ask. Because we're not coming up with any of these answers to our prayers on our own. We're dependent on him. And that requires boldness. And David had that boldness. Even in the midst of his sins, David was bold to ask his Lord for forgiveness. Even when David had acted improperly, he was still bold to ask God for help in getting him out of a number of challenging situations in his life.